The film begins at a New Year's Eve dinner in a family home. As the family was preparing the meal, a young boy named Jack O'Malley decided to ruin everything. He led the other kids upstairs and opened a closet full of presents, just to prove that Santa Claus wasn't real and that they were being deceived. The kids paid him for this valuable information, but suddenly, Uncle Rick appeared and told the children to go downstairs, except for Jack. He asked Jack what he was telling his cousins. Jack replied that he was telling them the cold, hard truth: they were being exploited and that Santa didn't exist. Uncle Rick laughed and told him that yes, these gifts were real, but they weren't from Santa. Santa would be coming tonight with his own special gifts. Jack wasn't convinced at all. He went ahead and ate the food left out for Santa. 30 years later, Jack had grown up to become a thief. Moments later, Jack received a call from someone demanding their money. Jack assured them he would double the amount because a shady organization had asked him to leak information about a secret facility located in the North Pole. Jack poured coffee to start a fire, and while everyone was distracted by the flames, he took the opportunity to steal an access card from one of the bags. As the guard got distracted and fell to the ground, Jack snuck into the facility, stole the information, and exited like nothing had happened. We then cut to Santa Claus in a mall, taking requests from children for the gifts they wanted. His personal bodyguard, Cal, was ensuring the place was safe and that Santa was protected from any potential threat, no matter how small. Santa left the mall, revealing that he was a very important figure. Santa and Cal headed to the airport, and it turned out that Santa's flying reindeer weren't just a myth, they were real. Santa and Cal mounted the reindeer, and fighter jets accompanied them as they traveled to the North Pole, a place of a different time and space. Meanwhile, Jack successfully located the coordinates of Santa's secret facility and got paid. Santa arrived at his base, a place where advanced technology and magic blended together. Everything was serious and running according to strict systems. Suddenly, a gang appeared at the edge of Santa's facility and breached the hidden wall. At that moment, Cal was distracted. But when he looked towards Santa's building, he noticed a strange light. Red ordered the team to investigate, only to find that Santa had disappeared. He wasn't in the building. It became clear the facility had been infiltrated and Santa had been kidnapped. Cal saw a strange vehicle, jumped into action, and gave chase using an ice sled. He decided to perform a risky maneuver and managed to leap onto the vehicle, only to discover it was empty. It was a trap. Inside, it became clear that less than 24 hours remained until Christmas Eve. But they had managed to identify the person who leaked the information. It was Jack. Jack picked up his son, Dylan, from school. It turned out Dylan had hacked into the school system and got caught. Jack told him he was disappointed, then started giving him advice. After dropping him off, Jack was walking down the street when he noticed two people watching him. When he entered his apartment, a group of people attacked him and tried to restrain him. But Jack was quick, he took them down. As he attempted to escape, a woman appeared and tranquilized him. When he woke up, the woman began interrogating him. He told her he didn't know who he worked for, that he was just a hacker who stole classified information and sold it to the highest bidder. He explained he didn't know who bought the data because he operated on the dark web, where it was impossible to identify anyone. They then took him to a secret facility where he saw bizarre things that looked like they came out of children's books. Then Cal appeared, angry, and began questioning him. Jack denied knowing anyone involved. Suddenly, a large talking polar bear appeared, startling Jack to the point where he jumped to his feet. The bear grabbed him from behind, unconvinced by his answers. Jack then told them he had the location of the person who paid him. Zoe decided to offer him double the money in exchange for full cooperation. Jack agreed. It is revealed that Santa Claus is being held captive in a secret location by a girl named Grilla. Grilla says her goal is to give the world something to fear and to accomplish what. To do that, she needs to harness his power. We then shift to Cal and Jack, who are buying items from a toy store that they'll need later. Cal asks Jack to bring a practical car, then uses a magical key to transport them to another toy shop in a different city. Jack, however, brings back a sports car, which greatly frustrates Cal. Still, Cal transforms the small toy car into a real one, shocking Jack. While on the road, Cal tells Jack that no one can replace Santa Claus because only Santa knows when you sleep and when you wake up, so they must find him as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Grilla is crafting her weapon and chooses to use it against the first name on Santa's list. At that moment, Cal and Jack arrive at the location of the man who paid Jack for the information. Jack manages to identify him, and Cal decides to approach him directly. But the man's mercenaries stop him Cal insists he just wants to talk, but they refuse and try to attack him. Cal dodges their blows and shrinks in size, then takes them down one by one until none are left standing between him and the man. Cal begins interrogating the man, but the man pretends to be clueless, infuriating Cal, who nearly smashes his skull. Jack steps in and tells the man that he knows he bought the coordinates to the facility in the South Pole yesterday because he was the one who sold it to him. The man reacts with shock. "You're the wolf. You shouldn't be here. She'll kill us all." He refuses to say her name out loud, afraid she might hear it, so he begins to write her name in the sand. But Jack foolishly says it out loud. Grilla hears it. Suddenly, darkness falls. Grilla possesses the man and speaks through him. She tells Cal that Santa is with her and that bringing him back is impossible. Cal asks what she wants, and she says she wants to punish everyone on the list. She warns Cal to stay out of her way, offering him his life in return. Meanwhile, Zoe orders her team to move out and search all possible locations where Grilla might be hiding. On the beach, an ice cream truck emerges from the middle of the ocean. Suddenly, 3 icy monsters descend from it and begin attacking people. Jack and the man flee. He's their only lead and the monster is trying to kill him. Cal fights the monsters with all his strength. But the problem is, they won't die. Unfortunately, one of the ice monsters manages to kill the man. But Cal and Jack succeed in destroying all the creatures. Then, we see the first person on the list find a gift inside a car, but it's a trap. The gift shrinks him and traps him inside a snow globe. However, there's a malfunction. The snow globe is supposed to send him back to Grilla, but it doesn't work and stays in place. Later, it's revealed that Grilla is a shape-shifting ogre with 30 sons who kill under her command. Zoe asks Jack if he can track her, but he says he has never tracked an ogre before. Zoe decides to trace unauthorized magic use and picks up a device from Germany, where Nick, the adopted brother of Santa Claus, is located. Cal decides to take a risk and go search for him. Zoe tells him to keep her updated and that in 2 hours, she will notify the world leaders to prepare for the possibility of Christmas being cancelled. Cal and Jack travel to Germany. Jack's ex-wife calls him and scolds him for not attending their son Dylan's music concert. When they reach the end of the road, Jack asks Cal about the problem between Santa and his brother. Cal explains that they once worked together, but the brother became obsessed with making lists of naughty children and started punishing them. Santa got angry, took the list away, and the brother left. He allied with the witch Grilla, who supported the list. Cal reveals that the brother's name is Krampus. They decide to sneak in through the courtyard. After getting inside, Jack becomes scared because of the strange things. He sees and asks Cal to let him return to the car, but Cal silences him because secret dogs are close to discovering them. Cal pulls a chicken out of his pocket and uses it to distract the dogs. They proceed, but an alarm sounds. When the guards arrive, it turns out Jack had stolen a gold coin. They are thrown in jail. Cal starts scolding Jack, calling him selfish and caring only about himself, instead of the children waiting for their gifts. Yet Cal never expected anything from Jack, so he wasn't disappointed. They are then taken to a hall full of people. In the center, Krampus is playing a game called Krampuschlap. Literally, no one can stand against him. After boasting, Krampus focuses on Cal, snatches the Northern Gauntlet shield from him, and says Santa is not here, and that he no longer deals with the witch. Cal insists otherwise and shouts, "Krampus, why was she here?" Krampus replies that many years ago, she gave him a gift, and recently came back to reclaim it. It appears as a small glass snow globe, but actually traps people inside it. Cal tells him he must go and find her and begs him to come along. Krampus refuses and orders Jack to leave, warning that this intrusion will come at a cost, now and forever. Jack almost leaves but returns to tell Krampus that Cal said he can beat him at Krampuschlap. If they lose, they will be imprisoned forever. If they win, they'll be set free, unless Krampus refuses for some reason, as Cal is a formidable man. As expected, Krampus accepts the challenge. Cal is upset at first, but Jack has a plan. Cal's turn is to slap first, but it has no effect on Krampus. Krampus returns a weak slap that knocks Cal to the ground. As Cal gets up, Jack's plan unfolds. When it's Cal's turn again, Jack steals the Northern Gauntlet shield and puts it on Cal's hand. Cal slaps Krampus with such force that he falls down. Cal and Jack use boxing gloves to cover themselves and manage to escape. Outside, Cal thanks Jack for choosing to save him and risking himself when he could have fled. Accidentally, Jack says Grilla's name aloud, and she hears and sees them. On the way, a piano appears with a gift on top addressed to Jack O'Malley. Jack decides not to touch it. Suddenly, his son calls, upset about a gift Jack sent him. It turns out this is the same gift that arrived for Jack. When Jack touches it, He disappears. Jack then touches his own snow globe and is transported inside it, where his son Dylan is beside him. Grilla appears, happy to have found Jack, who is at stage 5. Grilla is making millions of the same snow globes to reach everyone on the naughty list. Cal calls Zoe and asks her to track Jack O'Malley. Cal and Zoe deduce that Grilla and her group have taken over Santa's facility in the North Pole, since the only place snow globes can be made is there. They also can't track Jack because he is inside the dome. Santa's wife tells Cal she baked him pasta, but Santa doesn't like pasta. Cal and Zoe arrive at the North Pole and meet Fred. Fred says he will announce Santa's return, but Cal suspects him and knocks him unconscious. It is revealed that Fred is a shapeshifter. Cal and Zoe enter and deduce that the facility lies beneath the original workshop. Meanwhile, Dylan is completely distraught, thinking about all the bad things he's done. But Jack interrupts him and tells him he's here because of all the bad things he himself has done, and most of all, because he was a bad father. He asks Dylan to give him a chance, promising to be a better dad. Dylan smiles, and suddenly the snow globes. They were trapped in shatter, broken by the love and warmth between father and son. They decide to look for Santa, but Cal suddenly appears behind Jack. Cal checks to see if Jack is real or a shapeshifter. It turns out he's real. Jack informs them that the witch has stopped making the snow globes and now plans to deliver them herself using Santa's reindeer sleigh. Jack says the sleigh can't move without Santa. On their way, Dylan hears a sound coming from one of the rooms. They discover it's the original North Pole crew. At that moment, Grilla is preparing for takeoff to spread the snow globes. Santa is with them because the sleigh can't fly without him. But even with Santa aboard, the reindeer are resisting. Then Cal and his team arrive. A massive battle erupts between the North Pole guards and the shapeshifters. Everyone is fighting. In the chaos, Grilla forces the reindeer to launch the sleigh. Cal and Jack run after it, jump aboard and try to stop her. But she's faster and stronger, throwing them off. Cal clings to the edge of the sleigh, while Jack dangles between the reindeer chains. The witch increases the speed and the sleigh begins to rise. In a heroic move, Jack detaches the sleigh from the reindeer. It crashes into the edge of a bridge, and Grilla is thrown off. Cal rushes to check on Santa and finds that he's still alive. But then, Cal and Jack hear a strange noise. It's Grilla, who has transformed into a giant ogre. She's ready to leave, but only if she can take Santa with her. Cal tells her she'll have to go through him first. As she tries to strike him, a massive cannon blast hits her out of nowhere. It's Santa's brother, Krampus. Grilla tells him to stand aside. When he refuses, she grabs him by the tail and smashes him violently. Cal tries to stop her, but her strength is overwhelming. She's about to finish him off when Santa calls her name. She turns to look, and Santa calls the reindeer. The reindeer don't hesitate. They charge at her, slamming her into a pile of snow globes. She becomes trapped inside one forever. Santa jokes with Cal, asking, "What took you so long?" Then Krampus appears. Santa thanks him and asks him to stay a little longer. Krampus replies, "Don't get all emotional," and walks away. Inside the facility, everyone is working at full force. Santa thanks Dylan and his father for their help, then invites them to come along. Santa's sleigh takes off. He begins delivering presents to children, house by house, gift by gift, child by child, all across the world. By the end of the film, it's clear that Dylan is proud of and finally content with his father. And that's how the movie ends. Just a quick note, new videos will be uploaded every 2 days at exactly 4 p.m. New York time. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content.